The name of the movie we're talking about now here at the Sundance Film Festival is Computer Chess. It's in a category called Next at Sundance. Not a documentary, because you guys are all actors, right? Mm-hmm. Who would like
Please,
to tell
Bill,
us?
they're just actors.
Oh, that's right. They all said, "Well, we're just actors."
Well, I think there was some multi-job stuff going on. Gordon did a bunch of research. I had to snort a bunch of paprika to sneeze for Foley. Don't ever do that.
No, I wouldn't. Why did you choose paprika?
I actually went through all the spices in the house first.
Pepper didn't work for you?
Pepper strangely did not work.
Pepper always makes me sneeze.
This is the first case I've heard of method Foley, I think. This is the first case.
Fake sneezing is not...
it's not that
work.
easy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well done.
And Gordon, so you did a lot of research. What is the movie about?
So the movie is set at a computer chess tournament. The Association for Computing Machinery, ACM, held these computer chess tournaments where teams would come and bring their computer programs to play chess against each other.
When did this happen?
These tournaments happened in the 70s up till the early 90s, but sort of the peak was around the time the movie was set in the 80s, in the early 80s.
Okay.
And so it has maybe the feel of a documentary in that there's a lot of work done to recreate the look of these tournaments, to bring in computers that were period appropriate, and to have the language about how we wrote software and the hardware for these things we tried to keep that mostly period appropriate. So that's the sort of research that we did.
And it's also shot on the first video camera ever made. I don't know if anybody knows.
What?
It was a vacuum tube driven Sony Portapak camera. So the film is black and white.
It was amazing to see this bulky dinosaur of a camera outputting its signal through a chain of converters and whatever, and then ending up on a little flash card was the modern storage.
Yeah, what is the first? I mean, the first video camera I remember, they were pretty big, and you had to hold them on your shoulder, and they had a VCR tape in them.
This is pre that. This would have recorded to you would wear a big pack around on a sling that would have magnetic reel tape in it.
Holy crap.
So this was some electrical engineers retrofit this to record instead of to that reel-to-reel tape to a hard disk.
So the computers that you had to find or recreate for this were the big with the big magnetic reels that moved, and you used cards.
No, there's no, because those would typically be like a mainframe computer. These are microcomputers, but they're late 70s microcomputers, so they're pretty unfamiliar to anybody born, after the early 80s.
For just being an actor, you know an awful lot about the...
So pretty much everybody performing in the movie is in some way some other modality of nerd. I work in software development, and
Robin, what do you do in the movie?
I am an MIT student, so I'm also a computer programmer. I'm the only female at the conference with the computer programmers.
Oh, so can't. You throw a lot of flies in the ointment.
I fend them off.
Yeah, they're always look at her. That kind of
blood in the water.
There's a lot of that. And then, what do you play in the film, Wiley?
I'm a experimental psychology professor, and what were you going to say?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Patrick. Patrick actually is one of the leads.
I'm a grad student, and I'm a grad student. I'm also working with Wiley and Gordon and with their program and their computer.
And then where do we find the drama in all of this? In all of these nerds playing chess with computers, where does the drama come from, would you say?
There are a lot of questions in the air about to what extent computers think, and there's a heady optimism about computers are just getting more and more powerful. So surely they'll be able to do thinking and other sort of creative things. But there's also time to sort of come to terms with how limited computers are and how mechanical they are, and so there's some tension between different viewpoints on the future of artificial intelligence. There's tension when people are wrestling with their own software and trying to get it to work, and that's as Wiley can attest, that's an enduring source of drama.
Gotcha.
But then all of this actually kind of ends up being ultimately backdrop for some very surreal happenings that we can't talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to talk
Yeah.
about that stuff without spoiling it.
Yeah. It's called Computer Chess. It's a feature-length movie, and it's in the next category at the Sundance Film Festival. You've had a screening, yes? No.
There was a press screening,
Premiered tonight.
but it's
We've only had
premiering
a
today.
press screening.
Okay. Well, best of luck with it. And then Deep Blue came along and just kind of blew all of this out of the water, right? It just
Yeah, so this is long pre
Yeah, way
Kasparov
bef-
Deep Blue.
yeah. Nice to meet you guys. I hope it's a big success. Have fun with the Q&A and all of that stuff. And
Thanks.
it's
Thank you
called
very much.
Computer Chess. Be looking for it. All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.